The whisper from Kalen's shadow was not a promise, but a prophecy. "You are not the wielder," it hissed, a sound that scraped against the very edges of reality, "but the cage. And I am the storm that will break free." The newly formed lattice symbol, impossibly intricate, pulsed with raw cosmic energy, its lines weaving through the fabric of existence itself. It was no longer a mere symbol, it was a nexus, a gateway. Kalen felt it, a terrifying, alien consciousness slithering into the void left by his shattered spirit. His despair, once a weapon, now felt like a fragile barrier. The Empyrean bloom, sensing the imminent rupture, flared with a desperate, incandescent light, a last-ditch effort to contain what was about to be unleashed. It was a light born of creation, desperately fighting the primal force of unraveling. The shadow self, the conduit, writhed. Kalen's vow, his love, his sacrifice, they had been the anchor, the lock. But the entity's genesis was incomplete, and the lattice, fueled by the universe's own chaotic potential, had found its true form. It was not just spreading, it was reforming. The universe groaned under the strain. Stars flickered like dying embers. Galaxies seemed to hold their breath. Kalen's mind, his very being, was a battleground. He could feel the alien thoughts, cold and vast, pressing in, seeking to overwrite his own. The hope he had found, the synthesis of light and shadow, was being consumed, twisted into something monstrous. This was not a battle for dominion, but for existence itself. The lattice was not seeking to rule, it was seeking to remake. And Kalen was at the epicenter of this terrifying metamorphosis. He could see the edges of his consciousness fraying, the primal scream of the emerging entity echoing in the silence of his soul. This was the culmination of the ancient entity's incomplete genesis, the corrupted lattice symbol finally finding its true, horrifying manifestation through Kalen's broken spirit. The shadow self was not a prison for Kalen, but a cradle for this new god of chaos. The Empyrean bloom's energy, meant to stabilize, now only served to feed the burgeoning power, the spark of love and sacrifice becoming the final ingredient in a cosmic horror. Kalen's last vestiges of self fought against the tide, a desperate, silent scream against the inevitable. He had been a shield, a catalyst, and now he was merely the shell. The lattice symbol on his shadow glowed brighter, hotter, tearing at the seams of reality. The abyss opened, not to swallow him, but to birth something far older, far more terrifying. The universe was about to witness a creation unlike any other, a rebirth from the ashes of despair and the embers of love. The final battle had begun, not with a clash of armies, but with the tearing of a veil. The cage was breaking, and the true power, the absolute dominion of the lattice, was about to be unleashed upon a universe unprepared. The sound of tearing, not of fabric, but of the very laws of physics, filled the void. Kalen felt himself dissolving, his consciousness a mere ripple on the surface of an ocean of pure, unadulterated power. The lattice symbol pulsed one last, blinding time, and then, silence. A silence pregnant with unimaginable change. The universe held its breath, waiting for the first act of this new cosmic opera. What would emerge from the shattered cage? What would this nascent entity, born of despair and fueled by love, become? The answer lay just beyond the horizon of what was known, a terrifying unknown waiting to consume all. But as the intense light of the lattice symbol faded, a single, chilling question echoed in the nascent void, a whisper that promised even greater horrors to come. Who, or what, had truly been controlling the lattice all along?